Welcome to yet another Creaky Bloody Gamers production. Somebody stop them.
Okay, g'day viewers, welcome to round 2 of the little 1750 point tournament. This is the table we're looking at and the map looks like this. So we're playing lengthways, which I hate in every game system I ever played, but if I was playing my Orc army with the 40 Araboys, I would probably like this map because you've got a perfect deployment here with a bit of impassable terrain to protect your flank, and in the middle there's a big open killing field, and it's a symmetrical map, so it wouldn't matter which end you're at. You've got a nice deployment area there with a bit of terrain to protect the flank, and then in the middle of the table there's nothing, so the enemy would have to march towards you. So that's the table layout. But I even if I was playing my Orc gun line with war machines and everything, I just it's a big advantage if you've got a gun line playing lengthways. And I'm using my Wolves of the Sea, and there's my list, which you would go back and look at the disaster from last round 1 versus Lisbon, where I tried to kill some Stegodons and so on, and even my Demon Prince died. So definitely I need to get into combat quickly, get across the table. And we're going to be playing against an Empire army. So we'll just have a quick look at the Empire army here. It's 2 cannons and a Hellblaster and 48 handgunners, a level 3 priest or whatever, and a general on a griffin, and some pistoliers and some outriders. There's a couple of units of outriders and a unit of pistoliers. So a lot of shooting that the Wolves are going to have to march into. Okay, so there's my champion of the Huskarls. He's out there hoping that someone from the Empire army will come and face him for the Warriors' duel, but the Empire army declines. So the Wolves of the Sea will be going first. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Anyway, we've won another challenge, I guess, and there's the line. So that's the problem with playing lengthways here. There's just nowhere for me to maneuver around them or anything. I just have to go straight into the guns. So they have the advantages. I do have some ambushes. I've got the 2 tiny units of berserkers. 2 units of 5 berserkers and a unit of 5 marauder horsemen are in ambush. But he's in the middle of the table, so I'm not going to be able to come on and get quite close enough to get at his war machines anyway, I don't think. And so my plan is, well, I'm avoiding the shooting from the handgunners, and I've put the Huskarls and my bigger unit of berserkers here, and the Demon Prince out on the flank, because I figured I would be going first. So I'm just going to try and rush down this flank and then try and turn them that way. But he does have some vanguard moves as well, which is going to draw a charge from the Huskarls, which could be a bit of a problem. I've just got my Warhounds are there, Chaos Hounds are there, and then behind the woods, you can't see them off the screen here, I put my Skinwolves there because I didn't want the cannons blasting through Skinwolves and killing them, and my giant spawns hiding behind there as well. So maybe I should have been more aggressive with them. We'll see what happens.
Let's go. Turn 1.
Okay, so let's get into turn 1. This will probably be a pretty quick report because this was a real good old-fashioned Creaky Gamers disaster. I rolled on the Gaze of the Gods table for the Demon Prince and rolled a 1. Lucky I had Favour of the Gods and re-rolled into a 5. Rolled a 1 on the Gaze of the Gods for the Exalted, re-rolled into something better. And then my first spell, I decided to cast Demonic Vigor on the Berserkers in front of the Demon Prince, and I miscast. And then it was the big pie plate explosion. I did a wound to the Demon Prince, and I killed 6 of the Berserkers. So I lost 6 Berserkers and lost a wound off the Demon Prince before I even started to do anything. Then the Huskarls have been forced to charge. He's done a fire and flee, so they were just in charge range. And so for the first couple of turns, it's pretty much me doing frenzied charges and him fire and fleeing, and me removing models. So that was just a fire and flee. I only lost 1 Huskarl, so I was pretty lucky there. Then I used Steed of Shadows to send the Berserkers forward, even though I hadn't buffed them. Would have been better if there was 16 of them and they had a toughness buff on them. And then the Demon Prince just flew up the flank because he just can't take a hit from a cannon. So I tried to get him out of line of sight of the cannon. The Spawn came out from behind the woods. And then the Empire turn, they're just going to start shooting at us. The cannons and the Hellblast open up. The cannons are going to shoot at my Spawn. The General on the Griffin is sizing up whether he wants to charge, but he just gets things out of the way of the artillery and then moves the handgunners around, and then he's got outriders and pistoliers, etc. So he's not going to take any casualties on turn one, or I'm just starting to absorb the firepower. So the Spawn, after all that, I've rolled 4 ones to start off the game, and I'm hoping maybe his cannon will misfire or roll a 1 or something, but no such luck. The only luck I had is that the Spawn survives with 1 wound left. So the Spawn survives, and then he's just shooting the Berserkers. He's got an engineer, so he can re-roll misfires for the Hellblaster as well. So the Berserkers, to their credit, there were 16 at the start. I think eventually I get a couple into the Hellblaster, eventually, after a couple of turns. There we are. There's only 3 left out of the 16 now. And then he's going to start working on the Huskarls. And I'm just trying to keep the Demon Prince out of line of sight, because 1 cannon shot, he'll be gone.
Turn 2.
All right, so Wolves of the Sea, turn 2, and he's just doing a fire and flee on the far side of the table there. My Marauder Horsemen of Khorne charged those Outriders. The Outriders did a fire and flee, and then I end up with no Marauder Horsemen left. So they're just sitting outside at the very length of the charge range, and then they can fire and flee, which is a good tactic, and I'm just taking casualties. So I do have a couple of charges here. What remains of the Berserkers, the big unit of 16, they're going to charge the Hellblaster, because that's probably the most direct charge. So that's the closest charge they can do. And then the Huskarls have got the General and the Griffin in arc. So once those Berserkers get out of the way and charge that direction, the Huskarls are going to charge the General on the Griffin, which my Exalted with his Ogre Blade is going to do well there. But things don't go quite as planned. So the Berserkers went in there, they beat up the General on the Griffin. He fell back in good order through the handgunners. And then I failed to reform and exposed my flank. You can see the end result there. I'll come back and show you. But the Spawn's dead. He got shot by a cannon later on. But anyway, that's where there's my Exalted in the middle. So they chased off the General and the Griffin. He took a couple of wounds. And then we followed up, and now we've got cannons on our flank. There's the Berserkers into the Hellblaster. They'll eventually kill him after a couple of turns. But now I'm in a bit of trouble because I've got a couple of cannons on my flank. So that's not going to end well for the Huskar. Now, I do like the Huskarls. I think I'll probably be better off with some Skin Wolves. But anyway, if you can see, they did pull off. They got some things going for them and so on. But in this case here, I failed my leadership test to maybe I could have turned my flank a little bit, but as you can see, I've got 2 cannons on my flank. So I think one of the cannons just shoots and just finishes off the Spawn, the giant Spawn. And then the other cannon shoots down the line here. So the cannon goes through my Exalted Champion, but he gets a Lookout Sir. And guess what? I rolled another 1. So the Lookout Sir roll failed my 5-up board, and the cannon kills the Exalted. So that's pretty much it. There's no more Huskarls after that. And my Exalted Champion with his Ogre Blade is dead. So, yeah, a bit of bad luck there. So the General on the Griffin ran far enough to bump into the handgunners and get over the top. And then my pursuit roll wasn't very far at all, a bunch of ones, etc., I guess, and I ended up stopped short right in front of everything. What could have been, and then the cannon shot, if I hadn't rolled a 1 for the lookout, sir. Oh, there's been a lot of ones. There's been a series of ones, and his artillery has been very good, hasn't rolled a 1 to wound or anything. Usually if I'm using doom divers or something, you hit something on the head and you always roll a 1 to wound or something, and they don't quite do enough damage or ward saves, etc. But my giant spawn didn't pass any regen saves, didn't pass any lookout sir rolls here either. Anyway, so I'm just trying to preserve points. My skin wolves went and hid behind the woods. My demon prince is hiding over there. And then here I've got the... so I did get a couple of ambushes on. I killed the Hellblaster, and my Marauder Horseman ambushing came on, killed one of the cannons, overran into the wizard there, but they couldn't kill the wizard. They got stuck on the wizard and couldn't kill him, and then the general on the Griffin's going to go in and clean up those Marauder Horsemen. And my other Berserkers didn't come on until turn 5, but that's pretty much it. My Demon Prince is only got 3 wounds left, and he's just going to hide over there. He is souped up, but if he pops out, there's going to be a lot of shooting, and I don't think he can handle much shooting or a cannon shot. One cannon would kill him. And then there's the Marauder Horseman. They did a couple of wounds to the wizard, but couldn't finish him off. And then the general on the Griffin swoops in and cleans up them. So it was pretty much a disaster. In hindsight, I probably should have sent the Skin Wolves up. Maybe I should have deployed the 16 Berserkers in skirmish and just ran them forward. That might have given them a little bit. And, so a disaster. Yeah, and I think I forgot that the Huskarls had the Banner of Darkness, because I've been playing them with the War Banner, so I don't know if I remembered in this battle or not. There's the final shot of the Demon Prince. He's taken a couple of wounds now from the shooting. I could have come out and maybe killed them, but they would have got to stand and shoot, and then I would have been out in the open where a cannon could have shot at me. Could have come and tried to kill the Griffin, but I would have had to run the gauntlet of all the shooting and cannon. So my ambushes didn't come on. In hindsight, I probably should have screened with the big Berserkers across the table, maybe the Huskarls with the Banner of Darkness. There's things I could have done, but that's all in hindsight. And also, rolling a series of ones for Gaze of the Gods, double 1 for the miscast, and 1 for the Lookout Sir, and the artillery going off. It was a bit of a good old-fashioned Creaky Gamers disaster. Anyway, stay tuned for round 3. Round 3 is going to be a Civil War versus Wolves of the Sea, so that'll be a much more interesting game. So stay tuned for that one, but I just had to record this one for the record. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye for now.
This show is awful.
Terrible.
Disgusting.
See you next week.
Of course.